Hello guys, this is Mohana Chaitanya here. In the previous video, we have seen 5 CSS text properties which are font family, font size, font style, font weight and text decoration. We have seen corresponding CSS properties to them which are font family, font size, font style, font weight and text decoration. We have seen how can we get font families from Google Fonts. And going to the font size, we have to give font size value in pixels, which is represented by px. And going to the font style, we have three values corresponding to the font style property, which are italic, oblique, and normal. And going to the font weight, we have some values like bold, bolder, light, lighter, and we can give 100 to 900 as value for the font weight as our wish. And going to the text decoration property, we have three values corresponding to it, which are underline, overline, and line through. Here is the output we got after applying all those 5 CSS text properties in the previous video. In today's video, we're gonna see CSS box model. We have seen HTML elements. Those HTML elements represent a box, and we're gonna see about that. Let's see some CSS box properties, which are height, width, padding, border, and margin. Pictorially, CSS box model looks like this. It has a content which is nothing but HTML element. That element has height, width, after that padding, border, margin, and it has top, left, right, and bottom. Let's see one by one. The height and width properties specifies height and width of a HTML element. We can see here it specifies height and width of a HTML element. This padding. This padding specifies space around four sides of the HTML element, and it is present inside the content and border. You can see here it specifies space around the content, and it is present between the border and content and border. This border creates the border around the HTML element and present between padding and margin. You can see here it is present between the margin and padding, and it creates a border. This is the border, and at last margin. This margin property specifies space around the four sides of the HTML element outside the border. See, outside the border, the margin will be present. Difference between the margin and padding is padding will be present inside the border, margin will be present outside the border. In this video, let's talk about height and width. This is the basic code. I have included main heading, para and button. And the styling part in the container element, which is div, I have aligned the text to the center and gave the background color as yellow. Let's give some height and width to this container. Let's give height as some 200 pixels and width as 280 pixels. Let's try to run this. See, the height and width has been assigned to this container. Let's reduce some height to 170. Let's try to run this. Likewise, we can adjust height and width by giving the values. Let's see how can we add a background image to the container element. We have given a background color now. Let's try to remove this and give the background image to this container. Let's try to remove this. Let's add background image, and the property name is background image. Background image. In background image, it has background hyphen image colon, and it has URL and a semicolon. In URL, you can give any kind of images URL. Let's go to a website called Freepik. We can have a many number of images we can use. Let's try some nature kind of images. Let's select this image. After selecting it, click on Open Image in New tab. It will open. Copy this link. Copy and go to the URL part. In double quotes or single quotes, paste it. Let's try to run this. See, the image has been assigned to the container. You can see here this part has been assigned but not the full part. Let's try to adjust the image. For that, we need to give background size property. Background size, and the value will be cover. Let's try to run this. See, the whole image is covered with a height 170 pixels and width 280 pixels. What if we need this image to cover this whole area? For that, we need to understand a word, viewport. Viewport is nothing but the area of browser window that we can see. We can see this browser window, right? This is called viewport. In viewport, we have two things, which is viewport height and viewport width. Height of the viewport is known as viewport height and width of the viewport is known as viewport width. We need to give viewport height and viewport width as values for height and width. Let's try to give the height and width values in viewport height and viewport width values. Viewport height is represented as VH, viewport width is represented as VW. If we give 100 VH, it is known as 100% of this height. If we give 50, it is nothing but 50% of the viewport height. Let's give 100 VH and 100 VW. Let's try to run this. See, the image has been covered with 100% viewport height and viewport width. Let's give 50 VH. Let's try to run this. See, the 50% of the viewport height is assigned. We can also remove this width, and let's try to run this. There is no change because if we give height, the width will be automatically adjusted to 100 VW, which is 100% of its viewport width. Let's give 100 VH. See, the height is adjusted to 100% of its viewport height. Let's try to remove this background size cover and let's try to run this. Let's enlarge the screen. See, the image is duplicating horizontally because its width is adjusted to this, and we are giving some more viewport, so it's duplicating. This is the use of background size. Let's give this background size and let's try to run this. See, it's enlarging and it's not duplicating. This is the use of background size. If we give background size is equal to cover, it will automatically covers the whole width and height. Thank you.